yes, so as I said, I kind of, was born and got my education in Greece. I finished the National Technical University of Athens, and then I came to Canada. I went to the University of Western Ontario, and I specialized in wind engineering, which is basically, in layman terms, it's the effect of winds on structures, buildings, and their environment. And everybody understands what that is. Mm-hmm. So that's what we are studying experimentally initially in very big facilities, atmospheric boundary layer wind tunnels that they simulate the wind and the interaction between wind and buildings and environment and bridges and other structures. It's a fascinating area that I have been working all my life, so I really love it. Okay. So I did my master's and I did my PhD there. And after that, actually before even finishing, I got a letter from a university that I have never heard in my life because I did not know anything about Concordia University at that time. We're talking about it was 1978. Okay, and I got a letter. I didn't apply. I got a letter from a new unit that was created at Concordia, and that was the Center for Building Studies, from Professor Paul Fezio, who said that they were interested in inviting me to come to Montreal. I have never been in Montreal before, okay, and have an interview and present a seminar to them in my area of research, because they have built a new center supported by, by the National Research Council of Canada, and that they wanted to find people with my qualifications in order to work and establish a building aerodynamics laboratory at Concordia as well. I was surprised because I have never been in Montreal. I didn't have any contact. I have been in a couple of conferences, but not here. It was in Vancouver and in Florida and so on. So I asked my supervisor, who said, "Oh, yes, of course, go there. It's a new place. It's a very nice kind of, environment. You would like it." So that was it. I called back and I said, "Well, I'm willing to come." And I did. And I never regretted it, that I did. Because after a very nice interview that I had, and I stayed for a couple of days in Montreal and looked around, I love the city, of course, and everything, as everybody else does, and after that, a few weeks later, actually, I just got a letter of offer. That's exactly what I wanted, and as I said, I've never imagined in my life, that was a miracle, without even applying for a job, to get an offer, because that's what happened. So I accepted quickly, and the only problem that I had at the time, I remember, was to finalize my PhD, because I hadn't finished my PhD yet. I was in the last few months, so I'll never forget. I came to Montreal. I started working at Concordia. That was in 1979, and every weekend, every Thursday afternoon, I was taking the train going back to London, Ontario, to finish, my work there, and that lasted for about 4 months or so. So it was a bit hard there, but it worked very well when it was not too much snow and so on. Everything was fine. So I